Oh shit. I got my rickety set up here. How are you, YouTube? What's up, Instagram? So I said for quite some time I was going to talk about my duplex, right? It's taking a long time, you know? And in the beginning I was like, oh, I'll do these before, and like I had made all the videos for before, and then shit got tight and I had to rent it out before I could make a video of the finished. And now I'm in the basement living, and I do have tenants upstairs. However, it's not completely done, right? And once I got my appraisal, I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. But now I'm working like a lot, right? Like I'm working quite a bit with my field of masonry, in the field of masonry. So even getting time to do this is hard, right? Okay, so starting from the very beginning. So I'm in London, and then I've recently met a fine lady named Anne. She's from Kitchener. She's a fruitful investor, and then I ended up out in London. A bunch of shit happened, but here I am. I'm out here, right? I rented a room, no furniture, walking, one outfit, whatever, right? I contact Anne. I'm like, yeah, I want to get back, do this, do that. I know I want to go to school to be something. And she's like, why would you want to do that? I thought you wanted to be, I thought you wanted to be a millionaire, right? When I say millionaire, I'm not talking like, $1 million cash. I'm talking like asset-wise, net worth-wise, right? Yeah, sure, $1 million cash, that'd be great. It's challenging to accumulate that, but anyway. So she says, text these people, 10 of them. It was like Jeff Weibel, Matt McKeever, and then one of those Matt Gears. I messaged Matt Gears, I met him. He spieled a whole bunch of stuff I had no idea what he was talking about. I'm like, and then like after doing that for like an hour, I'm like my head's almost on the table, like listening to this gentleman high energy, right? At the time like my energy wasn't so high. I was getting there, trying, right? And then he's like, so what can I do to help you? I'm like, I just need a room permit, man. He's like, yeah, I don't know about that, but if you help me like this, I'll teach you how to invest in real estate, right? If you see me pause, I'm always like iffy on what I say sometimes, right? So that's how it started, right? I started like going out, calling signs, saying, hey man, I found this sign, purchase this place. We went and we sat down with a real estate agent named Paul Cash. Today I know that like he's a successful real estate agent, right? I've been doing the real estate thing for quite some time. And then he said right there, he's like, I started talking about like the union and like, hey, is the union out here? Like, can I do masonry unionized out here, right? And they were like, what are you even talking about, probably? They're probably thinking like, what's this guy talking about, right? So, Paul Cash, I told him, I'm like, yeah, I want to start with a fourplex. And he's like, yeah, I should probably start with a duplex, right? So there's the seed planted. Anyway, I'm sending these signs on front lawns, for sale through realtor, right? And then, of course, Matt's like, that's not how it works, man, right? He's like, then he comes and picks me up and we go for coffee one time. He told me about the mansion. Like, this is back, I had no idea what that was, right? Told me about the mansion. Told me this, told me that. And then I'm like, okay, well, how do I find these people that want to sell me their house, right? He's like, I door knock, right? Like, I door knock. And I'm like, oh. Matt, you realize I have a tattoo on my face, right? I'm just gonna go knock on people's doors, ask what their house, the tattoo on my face. He's like, yeah, own that. That's a very good piece of advice, right? That's cool, and I did own it, and I own it today. I make I make jokes about it quite a bit, right? So from there, I started door knocking, and then the police got called on me, and the police got called on me again, and I got bit by a dog, and I got bit by another dog, and then I got bit by another dog, and I got bit by another dog, and the police called on me again. And the police called me probably, I think 4 times. I got bit by 4 dogs, and the police called me 3 times. In that amount of time, a police came to like my house. A cop came to my house, and then he asked me like, so you got cash for to buy these houses? And I'm like, no, OPM. And like, I guess he thought I said opium. And he looks at me, he's like, what? And like, other people's money, OPM. And he's like, oh, because I have 6 rental properties in they were also their financing, so I used to OP myself and the cop drives off. I'm like, okay. Door knocking, door knocking, door knocking. Notes on doors, notes on doors, notes on doors. Finally, 8 months later, my first deal closed, right? Then I met Dale and I helped him renovate it. After that was done, I met Kevin and I helped him demo the place. And there's a little bit more to the story than that, but you know. So then after that, and then the new year happened, and then I found the place for Daryl, and then like 5 more deals closed, and then way back at like the beginning, I found, because I was doing a demo mascot, I found this place right here, but she would, like, you know, she said she wanted to sell it, but I had to keep following up and following up and following up and following up and coming back, right? So like a year later, like some stuff happened with her, you know, stuff happened with me, a bunch of stuff happened. I went back to work in masonry for the new year. I got my car. You know, I was walking in the beginning. I got my car, and then, you know, I'm just being friends with this lady. Right? Like I forgot all about her duplex, right? And one day she's like, "Yeah, I'll sell you my place now." I'm like, "Huh?" Right? This is like, you know, at this time, like I had a bunch of bad debt, right? And I was out of that. You know, I started my own business to do side jobs. I've been working. I went from residential to ICI, so I could qualify for financing easier. And then, so anyway, all that crap happened. A whole bunch of stuff happened, right? But anyway, I just didn't give up. I just kept chipping, right? Some deals closed, paid off some debt, etc., etc. Now we're going to November 18th of last year. This place closes. Hold on 1 second here. Whoa. So this place closes. Now, I skipped the big part. So that's like the most educational part, right? So if you do not have money to invest in real estate, right? When I say invest, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm going to act like I have an apartment and I'm going to buy a house, which is not now an asset, it's a liability, because, you know, it's going to cost me all this money. I don't have anybody helping me pay for the mortgage. I'm just going to buy a house to live in. That doesn't make sense to me, right? It did back, like, you know, before I knew about this. And I was like, okay, so that's your, what do people call that? I don't remember, right? But to just buy a house just for the, you know, okay, now I'm going to go to work, and then now I don't just have to pay my rent and my bills. Now I have to pay my rent, my bills, my property taxes, closing costs, stuff to do the lawn maintenance, stuff to do the snow maintenance, right? All those things come as well, and I have to pay all those. But then remember, I have somebody upstairs that's helping, right? So now, just a little brief side note here. If you're gonna buy a house, make sure you either have another part of the house to rent out to help you pay for the bills and mortgage, or you're comfortable living with other people and renting out other rooms, right? If you're a beginner, if you're like 20 years old, you know, and what I'm about to tell you coming up here is something you're interested in, and you're a youngster, right? Like, why not? Okay, so let's say you're hypothetically going to college, right? And let's say, hypothetically, you do have money for a down payment, right? I think it's like, what, 30% today or something like that because of interest rates. Why not move to a different city from the one that you grew up in, right? Don't go to school where you grew up. And generally, like, you know, you're going to have friends that went this way and friends that went this way and friends that went this way. You know, like, most of them probably aren't lining up with what your goals are or what you want your goals to be, right? So you get 20%, you find an okay house, right? Not bad, right? Buy it, rent the rooms out to strangers that are going to school. Live in it for free. Go to school, go to work to put some money in your pocket, pay your bills, pay your groceries, whatever, right? Cool, right? So anyway, back to what I was saying. So door knocking, right? Door knocking was because I didn't have money for marketing. What marketing is you see the flyers, we want to buy your house, you see the signs, we'll buy your house, right? I didn't have money, or I had no idea how to do none of that. I don't even know how to use a computer. Right? I still don't, right? I practice more than I used to, and I'm learning, which is great, and I'll get there. However, I got a package here. Gotta go.